Thanks, Annie. No, phase one is living honestly in community. What Annie said is right. It's challenging, but entirely possible, especially since we begin where we are, with a frank recognition of our needs and growth areas within the BCBP community. This roadshow actually represents the unveiling of the immediate action points to get us started with pushing the Tapat Dapat campaign further. From now on, our directorates and ministries shall be more actively involved and consequently more instrumental in an overarching call to action for all BCBP members to band together in honest living. Concretely, we aim for our programs and activities to intentionally align with our Be Honest advocacy. We aim for the values of honesty and integrity to be worn as badges and concretely actuated in praise of our Lord, the God of truth. Each and every phase in an earnest invitation to all members, yes, all of you, to not only support, but drive and realize living honestly. That's how we own it.
Yeah, that's how we own it, living honestly. So we hope, brothers and sisters, that you see how this is such a worthwhile pursuit. And that's just for starters, the integration. Next, we talk about phase two. No, it speaks about coalition building. And how does this translate into living the movement? That
Yeah, Case. So as mentioned earlier po, collaborations with local churches and dioceses help to increase the consciousness among members and amplify the virtue and practice of honesty in our respective areas. So taking the advocacy movement into a movement aims for this to go beyond the issue of campaign visibility, because as BCBP members, we really need to own and commit to honest living at our very core. So how best to do it? We should walk our talk, di po ba? Now, I'd like to cite two initiatives where individuals and chapters are, as early as now, already shifting the Be Honest advocacy to the Living Honestly movement. You know, the first initiative, and I hope you're familiar with this, is our partnership with one of the biggest telecommunications company in the country, which is Globe Telecom. Have you noticed po the billboards and road banners on lampposts in strategic areas in Western Visayas as well as Northern and Southern Mindanao, in those regions? So this visibility campaign was initiated by our brother June Huada. I just don't see his name in our list, no? Sayang. He's a member of La Paz chapter, and in cooperation with other chapters in the region. So June saw this opportunity to duplicate the efforts that they have been doing in La Paz, since our advocacy aligns with that of Globes, no? So June is the Globe Cluster Sales Head of the Field Sales Operations in Mindanao of Globe nga, and he reached out to RCD Didit Valencia. Um, I hope he is also around, si RCD Didit, and he facilitated the execution of Tapat Dapat in the area of Mindanao, which they named Matinuod Anon Dapat. So I hope I pronounced that correctly, and among other translations. When we asked June, Brother June, what was his motivation, so his statement was really beautiful. He said, I find it as my moral obligation to always bring Christ not only to the marketplace, but to all Christians. Parang ano no, ang hirap pero he did it. And our collaboration with Globe adopted a resource sharing scheme, so that makes the campaign more sustainable. So this model of collaboration with a private company like Globe is a good platform to sustain and scale up our campaign. And as June said, our Be Honest and Tapat Dapat campaign can truly be a movement if it's sustainable and embraced by everyone. And we definitely agree to that. And you know what? Come NAC 43, there's good news because there will be free Tapat Dapat and honor stickers to be given away, and it's already included in the registration kit. So definitely our partnership with Globe continues. Now, another innovative initiative, no, we have is a collaboration with the Imelda Integrated Secondary School under Project Watch. And I will turn over to Brother Noel, who is more involved in the project.
Ah, bago natin pag-usapan yung yung project ng Kamanaba, let me just add to what Det mentioned. Yung Bicol, antayin nyo, pupunta kami ni June Wadarel at yung team namin kasi diyan naman siya magkakalat ng pera ng Globe. Diyan siya makikipag-co-branding. Good news, ano? Well, anyway, yung BCBP Kamanaba chapter is an ongoing partnership with the Imelda Integrated Secondary Schools. Now, for context, alam mo, ang galing mismo sa chapter head ng kwanto ng Kamanaba, Simon Pascual, sabi niya sa akin alam mo bro, ang kulang natin dito, yung wala tayong masyadong presence sa school. Although there are some na pailan-ilan. Lo and behold, biglang nakatanggap si Det ng inquiry from one of the teachers, 7th grade teacher ng ng Imelda Integrated Secondary School. Nagtatanong tungkol sa ano ba yung tapat dapat? Ano ba yung be honest? Kasi nakita niya yung mga collaterals Apparently, there is a DepEd memorandum. Yung tinatawag nila Watch Project, which is we advocate time consciousness and honesty. Pasok na pasok, di ba? Di ba? Time consciousness and honesty. Pasok na pasok. Minandate pala lahat ng eskwelahan ng DepEd na magkaroon ng ganitong project. Unfortunately, like most government directives, hindi 100% yung hindi 100% yung compliance But nakita ng Kamanaba yung opportunity na yon, sakop nila yung eskwelahang yon. So what they did was they started to provide them with collaterals and they helped them, kumbaga sa to hurdle the hump, di ba? Kaya kung pupunta kayo ngayon sa Imelda nakalagay kasi dati sa classroom nila honesty is the best policy. Ngayon, panay collaterals na natin na nakalagay doon. Our role, ang naging role ng Kamanaba is to help them achieve their watch requirements with our Be Honest, Tapat Dapat campaign collaterals. For us, it is an initial step to inculcate our vision, mission, and values through workshops and teachings. Spearheading this project was yung North Metro Manila Region 1 at saka specifically Kamanaba. Ang kagandahan nito, we can replicate this anywhere. Kasi nga meron DepEd memo Kumbaga may basbasto ng gobyerno. Ang problema lang natin kasi dito, which we have observed, it is more personality driven rather than institution driven. Kasi yung teacher na yon, he was willing to go for it. Kaya hopefully he will become a BCBP member kasi nag-a-attend na siya ng breakfast ng Kamanaba. Project Watch supports several valuable activities. The posting of the Be Honest, yung collaterals nga natin, the capacity building on honesty and time management for teachers. Nagkaroon pa nga sila ng awarding Meron sila yung most punctual Actually, yung most punctual, yung wala lang masyadong late. Pero it's a step in the right direction, di ba? And ang gandahan nito, not all chapters are aware of this. Kaya nga, we have already tasked Kamanaba to come up with a presentation. So if you want, we could come up with a presentation on how they did it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Susundan nyo lang and improve on it. Tapos ang kagandahan nito, when it was launched in February, there was support from the political leaders. Nandun yung congresswoman, nandun yung mayor, nandun yung barangay captain. In fact, ifa-follow up na lang natin yung commitment ng congresswoman tsaka ng mayor. Susuportahan daw nila yon. They will launch it in other schools. Nagkaroon pa nga sila ng honesty store Yung ginagawa sa sa Batanes, may honesty store doon sa school na yun. Di ba? Kasi we should start young. In creating honesty. Maybe that's one of the solutions to our problems. I believe that most significant contribution of initiatives and collaborations such as this is the shaping of the learners and other stakeholders into more honest, responsible individuals. Parang tayo, we have to integrate it, di ba? Naalala ko kasi nung nag-aaral ako nun parating ang isang natutunan ko nun, paano gumawa ng kodigo tsaka kung sa ilagay yung kodigo Pero we start them young, di ba? Na ini-integrate natin talaga yung honesty into their school life. Sabi nga sa Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Starting them young is key to a better, more disciplined, and more honest society. Ayun ang kailangan natin.
Ang galing, no? It's inspiring to know that there is something going on like this, even while we're just on phase 1. We're still integrating it within our BCBP chapters, within our community. And yet here we are already building partnerships and extending the, living honestly, especially to our children. It's very nice. And lastly, I'd like to invite JR to speak more about mobilization, the last phase.
Yeah, the last phase actually flows from the groundwork of these initial collaborations. No, so it's called mobilization. We call it mobilization. We shall lay out activities towards engaging the entire Filipino nation through the foundation of a living honestly movement by 2025. Through continued coalition building and dedicated seeding of the BCBP ground, we pray for God's empowerment to generate authentic, positive change and concretely address the social injustices in our country. Throughout these 3 phases, our advocacy needs extensive cooperation from our members. And to foster this, we need BCBP men and women to be honesty champions who will commit to act as stewards and communication hub for their chapter or outreach, amplify and promote honest living in and out of the BCBP community. We invite you from the Tapat Dapat campaign, brothers and sisters, let us step up. Let us step up together. Push our advocacy further into making this a living honesty movement. It's important to mention that although these 3 are phases, they are not mutually exclusive. Each phase has already begun in varying stages, as you heard just now. But let me go back to phase 1, because this is where our call is very, very loud and hopefully very, very clear as well. For all our members at this point, that's why you're here. Allow us to talk about how our directorates will be more involved and more instrumental to the movement. Annie, can you please do the honors for this?
My pleasure, JR. Brothers and sisters, phase 1's key activities include nationwide, chapter-wide, and individual members' journeys of transformation. So it's really overarching and all around us. Let me just give you a rundown of highlights of what's already going on and what's still to come and for us to watch out for happening in our directorates, our ministries, and our activities, okay? Information, newly crafted teaching talks on the virtue and value of honesty. Also, regular inclusion of honesty and integrity in action group discussions so that this might be observed, underlined, and actualized in daily living. In mission, a call for the revision or updating of personal sharings in order to contain and even highlight experiences and lessons in honesty, particularly in the marketplace. Ito maganda, in family life, through the parenting course, a talk on modeling and growing integrity, along with celebrating the value of honesty in the family. Also, scheduling of opportunities for BCBP parents to gather and learn from one another's honesty stories. In our stewardships, members learning to relate to one another with authentic cheer and sincerity. I like that very much. Leaders serving with good effect and in good order. I like that even more. Treasury custodians managing with diligence, responsibility, and transparency. I like that best of all. And overall, this represents an increased respect for the various trusts that are given to us by the true giver. Meron ding online, no? Whether in or out of community, the continuous development of Be Honest/Tapat Dapat materials for BCBP social media pages. And then invitations for and encouragement of members themselves to generate these social media content on honesty and integrity. Brothers and sisters, marami yan. Marami pa. In retreats, in recollections, in social action, in programs and services events, even in the fast approaching NAC 43. Perhaps a cameo moment for the Living Honestly movement. Yes, Iloilo? Not a joke. Really, there's so much more. I'm going to hand this to Det to tell you more about it.
Yeah, thank you, Sis Annie. Yes, we definitely can start right now, no? Particularly for our social media. That's why I would like to take this opportunity to invite all our leaders and members present here, right here and right now, to please be part of our army of social media champions. Yan. I think you're all aware that social media, particularly FB or Facebook, has become a powerful tool for spreading information. So we need to harness that potential for taking our advocacy to a wider audience. So yeah, right here and right now, kindly can I request all our participants to reach for your mobile devices? I hope you're there because most have their cameras closed. So kindly take out your mobile devices and log on to your Facebook account. Okay, kindly log on to your Facebook account or open your Facebook account and type in the search bar up there, BCBP Kapatiran. Okay, type nyo po, BCBP Kapatiran. Oops. Mukhang may Okay. Are you done typing BCBP Kapatiran? So you should be directed to the page right away. Now, I hope you're on the page now. So simply click the like or follow button, which is located at the top right corner of the page. Yan. So click po, like or follow. Okay, are you done? Can we have a thumbs up icon for those who have just subscribed? Let us see your thumbs up sign. Okay. Okay, we're seeing thumbs up signs. Okay, so now you're subscribed to our Facebook page where we post our not most, but all of our contents on Tapat Dapat. Okay, so thank you very much. We're all set. And for those who manage their chapter Facebook pages, you can very simply do the same. And we strongly encourage you to not just view, and scroll, but to like, comment, and share our posts. That way po kasi our advocacy can reach the friends of your friends and all their friends and on and on and on, BCBP and non-BCBP alike. Okay, so also, while we are blessed to have Matt Domingo and Chinky Tan of Alabang chapter and Jason Lim of Calbayog chapter as part of our creatives team, we are still in great need of volunteers to help us put together our Be Honest Tapat Dapat brand book, and our content. So we can continuously churn out contents for our advocacy. Graphic designers, video producers are most welcome to volunteer po. And the more effectively we can tell our honesty stories and journeys, the better we can entice non-BCBP members to join our Living Honestly movement. Back to you, Casey. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Wouldn't it be nice to have really more people helping spread online, di ba? Very easy. Click of a few buttons lang. Share, share, share na. O, di ba? So thank you for those that added to our followers and subscribers in BCBP Kapatiran. Please do share it. Even to non-BCBP members, they can see our website, tuloy our Facebook page. No, it's for public viewing. All right.